Hey guys, welcome to Bharti Yoga. I'm Bharti. Today we'll be doing a short yoga sequence that will help you if you're suffering from diastasis recti, which is a condition in which the six-pack abs basically separate from the midline, and this is extremely common during and post-pregnancy as the uterus pushes the belly out to accommodate the growing baby. In today's class, we'll be focusing on strengthening the deep core muscles as well as the obliques, which will help in reducing and sealing back this gap. You'll need a yoga block or a thick book for this class. Once you're ready, let's gently hop onto the mat and get going. Come to a standing position. The first and foremost thing that we want to work on is to ensure that we have the right posture. Hunching forward can put more abdominal pressure outwards, spreading the gap apart. To help heal diastasis recti, one must practice good posture. For this, roll your shoulders back, straighten your back, and then pull your tailbone down. Try to keep the core muscles engaged, chest open, and keep the spine extending up. Great. Now we'll do the chair pose or Utkat Asana near the wall. Grab a yoga block or a book and place it between your thighs. Then keeping your feet about 6 inches away from the wall, rest your torso on the wall. Close the gap between your lower back and the wall by pulling the tailbone down and sucking the navel in towards the spine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend your knees as if sitting on a chair. You can adjust your feet forward so that your knees stay stacked over the ankles. Ensure there is still no gap between the lower back and the wall. Once you're comfortable here, take your arms forward and look forward. Keep the core engaged by sucking the belly in. Stay here for 5, 4, keep breathing and smiling. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down and push into the ground to come up. We'll do this once more. Take a couple of breaths to relax. Then come back to the wall. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend the knees to come to chair pose. Keep the navel pulled in towards the spine. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. This is great for activating the deep core muscles, and you can do this multiple times throughout the day. Now let's slowly squat down instead of bending forward to protect the abs and sit in an easy cross-legged position. Let's do a few rounds of spirals with our torso to wake up the core. Bring your hands to the knees, engage your core, and slowly begin to spiral the abdomen clockwise. Focus on pulling the navel in towards the spine and activating your obliques with each spiral. Continue spiraling clockwise for 10 rounds. Keep breathing and feel the movement in your deep core muscles. Once done, spiral anti-clockwise for another 10 rounds. Imagine your torso as a cylinder spiraling around a central axis, going through your head to your pelvic floor. Here you can also bring your attention to your pelvic floor muscles and engage them by pulling them up towards the navel. Last one. Very good. Next, come to a tabletop position. Bring your hands below the shoulders and knees below the hips. Keep your back neutral by tucking your tailbone in. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, engage your core and lift the left arm and the right leg to bring them parallel to the floor. Stay for a breath and come back. Let's do this 4 more times. Inhale, and as you exhale, raise the left arm and the right leg. Inhale, come back. Work in slow controlled motions. Make sure your back and the pelvis is not getting tilted to one side. You can check this by seeing if your belly button is facing downwards. Slowly complete. Let's do it for the opposite side. Lift the right arm and the left leg as you exhale. And come back. Keep breathing and keep your core engaged. Last one, and push your hips back to sit in Vajrasana. Then come to your side and roll down sideways, protecting your abs, and lie down on your back. Fold your knees and bring the soles of the feet on the ground. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, draw your belly in, bringing the belly button to your spine and close the gap between the lower back and the ground. Place your hands on your hip bones. Slowly release, and you'll feel a slight forward tilt in the pelvis. Again, exhale and tilt the pelvis back to close the gap between the back and the mat. Inhale, come back. Let's do 10 of these pelvic tilts. Here again, you should try to engage your pelvic floor muscles as you exhale by pulling them in and up towards your navel. This is a very subtle movement, but it is very effective in engaging the entire core. Last one. And relax. Next, we'll do some toe taps. Keeping the core engaged, bring the knees up so that they are stacked over the hips and shins are parallel to the floor. Keep the navel pulled in and close the gap between the lower back and the mat. Maintain this throughout the exercise. Inhale, and as you exhale, tap the left foot on the mat. Inhale, come back. Exhale, tap the right toe on the mat. Inhale, come back. Let's do 10 of these on each side. We want to ensure that the stomach doesn't bulge out when we are doing this. If you feel that there is any coning or bulging in your abs, you can modify this movement by keeping both the toes on the ground and then bring one knee up with every exhalation. Last one. And we are done. Next, we'll do the bridge pose or Setu Bandhasana. Keep the feet hip distance apart on the mat. Place one block between your knees. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone in to close the gap between the mat and push your feet into the ground to lift the hips up to come into bridge pose. You do not need to go all the way up. Keep the core engaged and keep pushing the knees in to squeeze the block. Slowly come back down, one vertebrae at a time. Let's do 4 more of these. Inhale, and as you exhale, tuck the tailbone in and rise up. Stay for a breath. And slowly come back down. Keep going. In all these exercises, remember to keep your core engaged and the navel as well as the pelvic floor pulled in. Last one. And slowly come down. Very good. Remove the block and let your knees fall out by bringing the soles of the feet together to rest in Supta Baddha Konasana. Stay here, taking a few deep, relaxing breaths. Finally, roll to one side and then come up, staying on your side. We'll do a modification of the side planks. Bring the left hand under the left shoulder, keeping both the knees bent. Lift the hips up to come into a half side plank. Then extend the right leg straight and bring the right foot on the ground in line with the body. You can lift the right hand straight up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, engage the core and dip the hips down. Inhale, come back. Exhale, dip. Inhale, come back. Let's do 8 more of these. Ensure that your hips are in line with the body and are not protruding backwards. Keep breathing and maintain your posture with each dip. Last one. Stay for a breath and let's switch sides. Bring the right hand under the right shoulder, keeping the right leg bent. Extend the left leg and rise to side plank. Engage your core and find your balance here. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, dip down. Inhale, come back. Exhale, dip. Inhale, come back. Complete 10 of the dips, maintaining your posture and keeping the navel sucked in. Keep breathing. Last one. Stay for a breath. And we are done. Come down into an easy cross-legged position and close your eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths here as we feel the effects of today's practice on our body. It is great that you have taken some time for yourself today for this practice. This is a beautiful phase in your life and you should be extremely happy about where you are. I'll leave you here. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.